Alright, what's up guys, it's Mashin here, and we're back with another, live discussion video, which means, no edits or anything like that, no, high editing, just, a simple little video talking about, cosplay, just the suits, you know, and I'm not really, gonna be talking too much about, what I think about, Diamond coming back. Maybe a little bit within the video itself, but just the suits for this video and what I think of them and what I probably would have done instead. I want to do this video with some of my buddies, but I'm actually doing it by myself first just to get my full feelings across. So I do have I'm on Twitter right now. So we have the poster that was leaked, I believe on Tuesday of this week. So I think what, the 17th. So we had the pictures of green and gold and blue for a few months, and then Tuesday they revealed the rest of them. So I never talked about PR in this channel before because it's not that it wasn't relevant, but there wasn't really much to talk about in my opinion. I want to wait for the full cosplay suits to come out, and I can say, I'm not really a huge fan of them. I think a lot of general consensus is kind of turning around. I think majority still don't like these suits, but I've seen a few people change their opinion on them, and my opinion has not really changed that much. I don't think they look all that good. So let's talk about it real quick. Let's talk about it. Um, so let's talk about the main issue that many people have with these suits, and I kind of want to focus on gold here. Okay, so it the designs for these Rangers are new, completely new, except for the helmets, which are from Down of Fury or Real Soldier, right? And this season is also partially adapted from Q Ranger, which I know a lot of people really wanted the Q Ranger suits in there. I understand Q Ranger is one of the coolest looking Sentai they've ever done, so I understand that consensus. I believe Simon or Pookie said that they didn't feel like flying, packing over the Q Ranger suits to New Zealand just to film the 10 episodes and send them back, So I guess it was just easier for them to make brand new suits for 10 episodes. And honestly, I think that kind of shows, because these suits, I know these are just this is the art. These suits look kind of cheap. And before I continue on still, actually, I do know the artist has been getting I don't know about harassment, she, people been saying her art is soulless and stuff like nah, I'll say that this art looks a lot better than the actual suits do. I'll say the art is great. All the other art she's made is great. I've seen it on Twitter, but she drew what the people gave her, and she did a good job. Now, doesn't mean I think the suits look good, but okay. So I want to start picking at the design a little bit, because for one, for some reason, they decided to give each of the Rangers additional helmet part, right? So gold has a silver bit on top. Red, who used to be pink, has kind of a gold not line, but almost like a mohawk type deal on her head. Green has what I assume are whiskers or something. I don't know. I do believe they're trying to tie it into Q Ranger because they're using the Q Ranger robots. Personally, I don't really see it in pretty much any of them. I mean, maybe on blue with these gold parts. I guess I can kind of see those being the whiskers. The black does have two lines there that don't look like horns at all. And red does have gold on top. I don't know what his mech is supposed to be, what he's gonna pilot. People are saying Orion Battler, which is probably gonna be the case. Maybe it could even be Voyager. I have no idea. I doubt they're gonna do holes. We'll see though. But yeah, so they all have weird like appendages or details on their helmets. But it's a night theme currently still because it's a night theme like ranger. And then you have like this really like strange like outfit here. It kind of looks like what like the 1980s thought the future would look like. We'd all wear like the. That's what it reminds me of, at least in the artwork. Um, but there's no detail on the chest at all, which confused me at the time. Although now that we have the suits, I think I know why they did that. Um, Not a huge fan of that, particularly on Gold 2. But for some reason, they decided to not give him his gold, or excuse me, they decided not to give him his blue boots with the silver cuffs. Instead, they gave him gold boots and gold cuffs. I don't know who thought of that. I know the gold are two different shades. That's just strange to me, especially because there's no other detail on the legs or even barely even on the torso. So it's just gold is just the most boring throughout. Like it's most boring throughout. Like you could have made like the cuffs or something like silver or like blue or something just to break it up. It's just all gold pretty much, aside from the belt and the little armor plate on the side. You know. I'm not really going to talk about the weapons either, because I think the weapons are fine. I like American Special Weapons. They usually look pretty cool. So, that's alright. They decided to make Amelia the Red Ranger. So, that's interesting. I know people have been complaining about that on Twitter. I don't really mind all that much. It's not really a big deal to me. I think it's cool, having the first, like, I don't want permanent, I guess permanent and or, like, long-term, like, female red. That's pretty neat. I do appreciate that. And her helmet's the same one as the pink outfit, just colored red and that red detail. Green is fine as well. Mostly, in comparison to the others, I still don't think they look all that great because it's really bad. I think hers especially looks bare compared to the others. I don't know why. Maybe I think the shield on the girls are a little bit small. Again, this is at least just in the poster art. And then black actually, again, like, I don't think any of them are, like, particularly better than the others, but, like, the mechanical arm was strange. I don't know why they gave him that. It looks like Javi does have that, like, in his civilian form. So I don't know what's that about, but, okay. And then blue, same kind of deal. Now, the interesting one here is, Zeta, who, at the end of Dino Fury became a White Ranger, which I think a lot of people complained about that suit. Me personally, I didn't mind all that much. I think they cheaped out a little bit. Like the helmet was the same for some reason. I don't know why it should have been white, and maybe the cape and like the shoulder part of the cape was like a little bit cheap looking. But I thought like a white rear soldier suit looked pretty neat. They decided to make him beige here. I think his actor said it was like a champagne color, or just champagne, which is pretty funny. I don't know why they went for this color in particular. It looks strange. It looked. I'll say, like the next image that I'll show you does make it look a little bit better, but like it's such a strange color, especially because I think he's also still counted as a White Ranger, and his gloves and his boots are still white. So is his cape. So I don't really understand that, but yeah. So the one thing, actually, let me move on to the other image here because a few photos dropped from a photo shoot with all the guys like today. I guess like the girls will have theirs coming up soon, but this is like the official photo shoots and not the other ones that were like a behind the scenes video. These are like professional again, and you know what? They look better in the lighting, but again, the problem still does arise though. They look too simple. Like gold, the Gold Ranger does not look gold. I don't know why they decided to make him this color in particular. I know American PR were prone to making the Gold Rangers not look gold and made like a really like tan, kind of like not yellow, but like a really tan like kind of look. It's weird, but no, I do think the silver on the helmet of gold does kind of it makes the helmet look like I don't know. It just looks like they put like silver paint on there. But something that I noticed though about the torso here is that if you can see the shoulder, pretty much the entire torso is a separate piece from the actual suit. The belt is attached to the torso, and then of course it wraps around here, and that's the shoulder pad. So it's kind of like how Sentai's been doing it for a little bit. I think like King Oger, Dawn Brothers, Zenkaiger, they have like the chest piece, but it like stops at like the pectoral area, or maybe like a little bit like maybe part of the torso. It's the entire torso, and the belt is attached to that. So it looks really, really strange. I don't know why they decided to have it like that. It looks weird. I guess they did that to give him like the fake like muscles. It doesn't. I don't like the fake muscles, man. It looks strange. And I drew this comparison, the day of. It reminds me of like um, one of those like fake like muscle suits like that kids wear. I know I had like a Mr. Incredible one. That's what it reminds me of. It's like a fake muscle suit. I don't understand that. I don't know why they just had to do it like that. It looks strange. I did see an edit though of somebody putting the Ryu Soldier lightning bolt on the chest, and honestly, that made it look a lot better. It did make it look a lot better. So I don't know why they didn't do that. So I don't know what the rest of the suit's made out of. I don't know if the rest of the suit is spandex. It might be. I'm quite sure. Like I've heard, like the torso is made out of foam. But yeah, they look. I don't like saying like these look like bootlegs, but they kind of look like bootleg-ish, like like a bootleg Power Ranger set of like five, like two Power Rangers or three with like a Shrek and like other like Spider-Man, Batman, whatever. That's what it reminds me of. Like this kind of design I feel like those would have, right? But yeah, I will say though, morphers are pretty neat, although I don't know how they'll function. Cause it looks like I don't know if they got rid of the Dino Fury keys or whatever they're called. Cause I thought these were gonna be the Q-Tamas, but like they're not. So I don't know how the Q-Tamas are gonna tie into the Rangers. I guess probably not. I guess they're only being used for the Q Ranger Mecha. And while I'm on that note, I don't understand why Hasbro decided to go the route of dinosaurs piloting, animal like spacecraft. I don't understand that. Like, people say it was like to pay tribute to Mighty Morphin, but like that's like real. It's a strange like thing to pay tribute to. Like, it's not. That's not what it's trying to do. I just feel like I don't know, because they didn't want to use the Q Ranger suits, and maybe they didn't want to like bring over the Q Ranger helmets and repaint them. So I guess Dino Fury or Ryu Soldier was just easy to do in terms of like repainting the helmet. I have no idea, but I don't understand how and I do believe. Correct me if I'm wrong in this, but I do believe Simon Bennett said it's still like a dinosaur season, but there are no dinosaur mecha. It's a lion like a spaceship and a swordfish spaceship. Like this, it's not the same. I really don't understand. I don't understand that logic or what they were going for. Yeah, I can understand like not wanting to use Q Ranger, but like I feel y'all could have like, aside from just like changing the entire suit, because the suit, in my opinion, doesn't look good, but like give them at least like a unique like animal helmet, or just again bring over the Q Ranger helmets, but repaint them though. So like give Amelia like the Shishi red helmet and stuff like that, and then whatever voice. I don't know if like Zato is gonna fight like Orion Battler. If he does, I don't know. You could have Shishi Red Orion there. Maybe it'll be a little bit too drawing because there's already one lion. So maybe you want to use like something else. I have no idea, but it's strange. And let me see if I can find the Zato one, because yeah, here it is. This is a video of it. But I will say, I do kind of like the Ryuzo red helmet. Seeing this different color does look kind of neat. I still don't like the suit design that much. I do think he probably looks the best out of all of them, aside from Black, because Black you can't see the face muscle as bad. But are his boots supposed to be silver? No, they're white. They chose like a glossy, like shiny color for the boots, which is fine. I like that. It's neat. But yeah, I know a lot of people have mixed thoughts on these outfits. I do as well. I really wish we would have not ditched Ryu Soldier, you know. And people, I don't know if, I don't think they're doing a season 31 like right away. I really don't see them like canceling the main TV show universe forever. I don't know. I don't think that's really happening. We haven't had much information on that, and I don't think we're getting a season 31. And if at least not right now, but maybe this is like the final hurrah. Maybe this really is supposed to be New Generation Mighty Morphin. Diner Fury for 3 seasons, and then next year we'll do Kira, or supposedly next year we'll do Kira Major, which is the gem thing, same color as Zeo, stuff like that. And the Mashin, Kira May Stones being the I guess new Zeo crystal. I have no idea, but yeah, I don't really know what they have planned for Cosmic Fury after. Um, I don't like these suits at all. I feel like we could have done something different here. Um, but yeah, that's just my opinion. And also, for any of you thinking about harassing the artist, please don't. Or pretty much anybody involved. Don't harass anybody. This should be common sense. But I know for some people it's not, because some people just lack the intellect. But that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching me ramble about these suits for however long. So please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you later. Peace out.